Uh, Getting stuff set up right now on this. I'm live on YouTube and I'm live on Facebook as of right now. American Tackles Pro Staff page is what I'm on. So, as y'all see the description and title, got my boy with me today. Y'all come here, Nick. Say hi, hey to YouTube and American Tackle. Wave at him. My little boy right there loves fishing just about as much as I love my fishing. Loves anything to do with dirt bikes, anything to do with anything with fishing wise. Anything I like, he likes. You know, wave? Wave. High five. Now, yeah. Go get your hat. Go get your hat. So, anyway, today's is going to be tips and Q&A's on fall bass fishing. I need to go here so I can read that. I'm right over here. Hold on. I got to get that out of my way. So, I'm trying to figure this out, guys. So, I'm waiting for some people to join in. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go grab me something to drink. I'm gonna throw him up on the bed with me real quick. My voice is getting a little rough. My daddy go get him a drink. You join in, Nick? I know people watching right now. So what's up, man? Whoever's watching American Tackle, huh? Anyway, get him back up here on Facebook. Two live videos going on right now, YouTube and Facebook. He wants something to drink. So, as I was saying, we're gonna do fall bass fishing. Fall bass fishing is one of the toughest. Nick's gonna get up in the way. It's one of the toughest times. Toughest times to go fishing is because the water being as cool as it is. But I found that one of my local lakes here called Lake Watery, it the fish school a whole lot better. And the upper lake here with Santee Cooper, the fish were schooling a whole lot better this year too than what they've been. But the best thing I've seen, I think the tournament last weekend, I know one club won it with 16 pounds, another club won it with 17 pounds, and then another club won it with 18 pounds. So that was out at Lake Watery. So the fish is on out at Lake Watery. And what I got told, they caught all the fish on the Booyah, the white with the gold and silver Colorado blades. They caught them on that. But for what I usually use a SR4 or SR7, and I throw it right out there whenever the fish start coming up and busting. And I fished one time all day long out there. In the last 30 minutes, I caught 5 fish off of the SR4s. So that's my personal opinion on it, on what I catch down here. You catch them in different places with Texas. In Texas, I mean, I think the best thing to probably do around Texas is throw Texas rig or jigs. This board right here. I do throw jigs and stuff. If the bite is slow, I throw jigs during the fall. And thank you, Nick, for pointing. But it's like I said, fall fishing is one of the toughest fishings I've ever done. And crap, I'm trying to think of something. If you got any questions, just go ahead and throw it in the chat. As I said, I got my little boy with me. Loves fishing. Trying to look at the chat on my phone. Return. Sorry. Like I said, I'm still trying to find my chat on this thing. It's aggravating as crap. Fine. But it's not really much to talk about when it comes to fall bass fishing, to tell you the truth. I mean, it's slow. You gotta fish slow. And if you can find a fish schooling off for shad, I mean, that's the best time to really go try to catch all your fish. You're trying to grab my phone. But other than that, like I said, fall time fishing is like a slow fishing technique. When it comes to, let's jump off the two subjects. When it comes over to summertime fishing, I'm wanting to cover a bunch of body of water in a fast amount of time. So I'm throwing a jerk bait or a spook or a IMA or chatterbait, any moving bait during the summertime. Unless I'm fishing grass. If I'm fishing grass, I'm throwing a Texas rig and I'm fishing on the outside of it. And that's where I found out I catch most of my fish during the summertime. Other than that, other than covering a bunch of water. Springtime is more towards spawning and sight fishing for me. Top water, I really hadn't had much luck on top water this past year. Got one of his toys. I ain't had really much with top water. Good luck with top water this year. I've mostly been catching them on Ned rigs, Nico rigs, spinner baits, small crankbaits, a bunch of different stuff is like what I've been catching them on. And I've been catching them on nothing really top water style. But I mean, springtime I like to cover a lot of body of water too. Fall time I like to try to cover. Anytime I like to cover a whole bunch of body of water in like a short amount of time. But the fishing is slow. When it comes to slow fishing, it's not really my thing. I like to go, 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 go. If I can't catch something on one thing, like in a matter of like 5 minutes, if I throw something for 5 minutes, I'm back down retying a lure, going back throwing something else. I try to figure out what they're biting and what they're wanting instead of just throwing something over and over and over and over and over and they're not never biting. Once I find something that they like and they're biting, that's whenever I'll start throwing because they can be spooked by certain stuff, the water temperature, the water color, a bunch of stuff, the barometric pressure, the cloud covers. If it's a sunny day, no top water. Not throw top water on a sunny day. The best thing to do for a sunny day is throw a worm or a spinnerbait. The Now on a windy day, I found out my luck on windy days is going to find a windy bank or a windy point. Either throw a spinnerbait or go out and just start throwing crankbaits, spooks, long rocks, and they're bunched up against the rocks. Wind. Anywhere you see cover, if you're riding, if you like me, I got mapping and I got down scan and side scan, and I got my sonar. If you can look, if you're riding, just checking out the area. If you're riding and you see a bit of cover, the best thing to do when it comes to finding a bit of cover is fish that little bit of isolated cover, because there's going to be a fish on there. Fish are going to love cover. And throw a jig, throw a spinner bait, throw a chatter bait, throw a worm, throw anything. The saying any isolated cover you see, boat docks. Boat docks is one of the main covers. You ride down the lake, you see boat docks. Go through boat docks. And I guarantee you there's a fish on it. You may have to work that boat dock over and over and over. You may have to change of lures, but there's a fish on it and you will catch it. I mean, I worked one. I went to Lake Robinson. He was short striking it because I don't know if the water was just not the right color for him, or he short struck it like 25 times, and he took it off and ran with it at one point. So I waited and he let him run with it a minute. When I went to go set the hook, he acted like he just dropped it, like he just had the tail on it. So, but I usually throw, when it comes to worms, I'll be throwing Senkos or young dingers. I'm actually gonna probably order some of the pro staff stick baits and stuff, and worms. I'm more than likely gonna be ordering some of them soon because I'm starting to get a little low on soft plastics at this time. I'm low on top water, I'm low on jigs, and I'm low on a good amount of stuff. But other than crankbaits, I'm good. Um, trying to think of other stuff to talk about. Let's go on mapping and down scan and side scan. Mapping is a good friend if you're on a boat and you're fishing a lake. You never know. You never know. You won't get lost. You got the map. You can just follow your way back through that. Down scan and side scan give you a like 100% more advantage than a regular traditional sonar. You could ride down through side scan. You can see the creek channel, follow the creek channel. You can see what's on the side of the creek channel. You can see fish on the bottom. You can see with down scan, you can see the trees and stuff coming up too. And I do a lot with my hands when it comes to fishing. So talking. But as I was saying, down scan, side scan, gives you a whole more advantage than the regular traditional sonar. I love down scan. I was fishing Lake Water a few weeks ago, and I was coming. There's a cove up around the dam where the hydro power plant is. And give him some more Drake, and I'll get on with the story about down scan and side scan. You may have seen Scott Martin's video when he found the vehicles. My story's about the same. I didn't say nothing about it because it looked like it, but I couldn't really clearly tell it was it. So I didn't say nothing about it. Right there at the boat ramp, I was coming across it, and I'm like, that looks like a vehicle. And turned back around, I went back across it and said, it looks like it, but I don't know if it is or not. I don't think it's nothing to worry about. So, vehicles. So, there was about 4 or 5 weeks later, a So sorry for this video being interrupted because of him wanting to get something to drink, but there was a vehicle actually in there. So, but the way the fishing industry is coming out now is 10 times a whole lot better. Since I'm live on American Tackle's Facebook page, I'm live on YouTube. I got my computer up here live on YouTube, and my phone's live on the Facebook page right now. So, to the YouTube, again, I'd like to say a big shout out to Austin Todd and them with American Tackle. Great company to work with. Go check them out. When this video gets processed and stuff, I'll leave a link in the description. I will leave a link on the Facebook page for my merch. For my merch store, and y'all never mind. Y'all already know how to get stuff on Facebook, but I'll leave a link for my merchandise store. If you want to go buy shirts, you can buy hoodies. I got stickers. I'm actually in the works of designing a new shirt. I got a new logo going on right now for YouTube. Instead of the old one that said for the fish and stuff, I got a new one for that. Follow me on Instagram, Fishbrain, Snapchat, Fishing the South Road 1 on Instagram, and Fishbrain, and then in all capital letters, Fishing the South on Snapchat. Guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I'm Fishing the South. I'm out. Y'all make sure y'all keep ripping them lips and setting the hooks. I'm gone. Y'all have a good day.